Welcome to Tourism Talk. I'm your host, Mary Hammond, Director of the Paducah, McCracken County Convention and Visitors Bureau. Our guest today is an old friend, Juile Harris. She's Director of the River Discovery Center, and she has got some exciting news to share with us. I'm really excited about this. A brand new event here in Paducah, right on the river.
Yes, it is. It's going to be on the riverfront in Paducah. It's the first annual Paducah Dragon Boat Festival.
Dragon boats like from China?
Yes, the boats actually weren't made in China, but the dragon boat racing originated in China.
Mm-hmm. And we're talking big boats.
Yes, these boats are 40 feet long.
Okay. You know, it's pretty new to me too. A big, long boat. It has a crew, right?
Yes.
Has a crew.
Yes, it has a crew of 20 paddlers.
Oh my gosh.
And so, yes.
And teams. Oh, I'm excited to learn more about this. This is so it'll be a competition, a fundraiser for the River Discovery Center.
Yes, it is a fundraiser. It will help fund our educational programs.
Wonderful.
It's on September 22nd.
The 20th. Week before barbecue on the river.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you, our riverfront is just bustling with activity.
Yes.
So, how did you find out about this?
Well, early this year I attended a meeting down in Georgia and met lots of other people in the museum world, and one of those was from Alexandria, Louisiana, and she was doing a presentation about her museum, and part of that presentation was about the new event she was hosting, dragon boat racing, because Alexandria is on a river as well. And when I saw the video, my eyes lit up, and I just loved it and said, I'm going to work on bringing that to Paducah. And since I've been at the River Discovery Center, and I'm going on my 12th year, I have wanted for a long time for us to have an event held on the actual river. Yes. And there hasn't been anything that made sense or that I thought would work. And when I learned about this, I said, this is going to happen.
Oh, that is too cool. Now, I think we have that video.
Yes, we have a short video that we're going to look at that helps explain dragon boat racing. This community is very unfamiliar with it, as I was, and so the video will really help explain all about it.
Well, that's good. I'm excited about seeing it as well. Let's see if we can get switched over to that.
Imagine you and 20 others charging down a race course to the splash of water and the cheering of thousands of spectators. Imagine an activity that takes place outdoors, is safe, and provides a great exercise for all levels of fitness and abilities. By starting or joining a dragon boat team, you are introducing yourself to an activity that is easy to learn and where 80% of teams feature men and women competing together in mixed crews. You may race recreationally or competitively, and it doesn't matter how big, small, old, or young you are. Once you are in stroke, you are contributing to the team. After only 2 to 3 practice sessions, you'll be ready for your first race. Dragon boating is an ancient sport. Originating in China some 2,500 years ago, this visually spectacular sport is now sweeping across North America. Since its arrival in 1986, the sport has exploded in growth, and over 200,000 people now compete each year throughout the United States and Canada. A dragon boat has 10 rows of seats for 20 paddlers, a drummer who faces the crew, and a helmsman who steers. A dragon boat race takes place on a 200 or 500 meter race course, and between 2 to 8 boats may race at a time. A small event may involve only 20 crews and take place in an afternoon, while the largest may attract over 200 crews, thousands of spectators, and take place over 2 or 3 days. Dragon boat teams may be co-workers, groups of friends, community organizations, or competitive clubs. The quick learning curve has made it especially popular among corporate and community groups looking for an activity for their employees and members. Another of the great attributes of dragon boating is its affordability. Given the number of paddlers in a crew, expenses can be covered easily and at minimal cost. The keys to a successful dragon boat team are synchronization and teamwork. It is a well-known fact that a perfectly timed crew will always beat a team that may be bigger and stronger but out of stroke. While most teams start recreationally, it is not long before they decide to paddle all summer long and even throughout the winter.
Our team is called the IKEA Flying Dragons.
The Dragonflies.
Thunder Waves.
The Lightning. Gingerbread Cruise.
Gingerbread Queen! Gingerbread Queen!
For most of us, and some people here haven't even done anything physical ever. So for them, it's a challenge, and they like the closeness of our group.
It's pretty much a whole body workout. Mostly upper body, of course, the back, the shoulders, the arms. But your legs do come into play as well because you have to push off the bottom of the boat too.
There's a wonderful feeling of camaraderie. When we started, we were aged 40 to 65 years old. And we have a few younger members now, but it was a wonderful feeling of coming together for a common purpose. I don't think we're going to win anything, but we're hoping to improve and always get better and improve our speed. And it's always a test for us to get better. That's what we're here for.
I've seen that in the past 4.5 years, it started pretty small, and the fact that we've got more and more teams at larger festivals in Montreal, it's becoming a more admirable sport, and the fact that all different types of cultures and races and ethnicities can join in and like do the same thing together for one equal goal, that to me is the essence of dragon boats.
Given its growing popularity, most clubs and festival organizers like 22 Dragons are specialists in initializing new paddlers and teams to dragon boating. Your local festival and club organization will provide you with all of the equipment and coaching. All you need to do is show up.
22 Dragons, they supply our boats as well as the race course, and they help us just in general for the dragon boat event.
Dragon boating is one of the easiest sports to learn. It's extremely safe. It's visually spectacular. Anyone can do it, any group of friends, any community group. They go out there, they'll have fun, they're on the water, in the park. It's just fantastic.
No experience on your part is required, only motivation and a desire to try something new. Contact 22 Dragons or your local club or festival organizer today to learn more about this amazing activity.
Wow, I'm excited. I'm just picturing this on our riverfront. How many teams do you already have?
Right now we have 26 teams registered.
And that's the maximum for this year, the first year?
Well, it's really, at our viewing right now, it's really too late to get another team together. There's a whole lot of planning that goes involved.
So 26 teams, and then there are, it's an all-day event, start in the morning?
Yes, the races will start at 9 in the morning, and they will really run all day long. We'll have an hour-long lunch break, and it'll go till about 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
And what are they called, heats?
Yes, the races are done in heats, and every team will race a minimum of 3 times. So even if you lose your first or second time, you're still in. And the heats will go on all day.
I'm trying to picture this. Of course, the Coast Guard, I'm sure, is involved.
Yes.
The river would be closed?
They actually do not have to close the river, which is really nice. We can still have our normal river commerce at the same time. But the Coast Guard will have a presence there, and they create what's referred to as a safety zone. And they will be there all day, and it's a very safe event.
Well, I saw that everybody does have their life jackets on, and you were saying before we started the show they'd only overturned one boat ever in their history. That's pretty good.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's very safe, and the river, 22 Dragons has said our conditions are perfect for this type of event.
And they're from Canada.
Yes, they're actually, the company that we have hired is called 22 Dragons, and they're based in Montreal, and they do this all over Canada and the U.S.
Well, I got to Googling about it, and of course up in Newfoundland they do have a team. It's gotten very big. There it is to raise money for cancer, and they're very active, and they continue to have little events throughout the year, keeping everybody pumped up about it. So this is only the beginning. I think that will really grow and be a wonderful activity on the river. who has teams?
Well, mostly they're corporations in Paducah, but we also have schools. Murray State has a team. West Kentucky Community and Technical College has a team. Several banks here in town. The hospitals have teams. So we have a total of 26 teams. We do have some nonprofits that will have teams as well. And so we really have a great wide variety of participants.
So each team, like we saw in the video, where they have logos, and John Walker, the director of the show, was out. We were talking, so the college, West Kentucky, what did they say? West Kentucky Warriors?
Yes.
Did you see their logo?
Yes. A lot of the teams, it's really a fun event to get involved and get the employees or the paddlers that are on the team involved in this. It's a great team building event. Of course, it's a very good, healthy activity. So there's lots of benefits for the teams and those participating. But they get very into it with coming up with their team logos and their team names. And it's just lots of fun.
Good. Now, there has to be a minimum of 8 women?
Yes.
So
we make it equitable.
Right.
It's eight female minimum per team.
Of 20?
Yes. There are 20 paddlers, and then there is a drummer, and then we provide a professional steersman for the boat.
That's a good thing.
Yes.
Now, the
it is a good
drummer
thing.
can be someone from the team, part of the team, so they actually
Yes.
have 21 people.
Yes,
and
that's exactly right.
The rhythm, are they?
Well,
help
the
you with
drummer's
that?
purpose, the drummer really is the heart of the boat. And the drummer is who motivates the team, and also the drummer helps keep the team in sync, which is very important in dragon boat racing.
More so than having big, strong people, but being in sync and the paddles all going in the water at the same time.
Yes, being in sync and the strokes being all at the same time. Really, it's not about the youngest, strongest, or most fit team, but it's the team that is most in sync that usually wins.
So I'm picturing Owens Island and the riverfront. Is that the area that you think
Yes,
it will be?
it'll be right down at our riverfront in the area between Broadway and Kentucky Avenue. And the race course is 250 meters, which is about equal to 2 football fields.
So we can come down, bring picnic style. Will there be vendors down there?
Yes, we'll have food and drink vendors
Okay.
available, so you don't have to bring food with you, but you can just come and bring a towel or bring a chair and just set up and enjoy the day.
I just think it's really exciting.
Yes.
I think that we'll be surprised at how many people come down.
Well, you know, if you think of 26 teams and all those teams have lots of people that are going to be cheering for them, wanting them to win, and so it's going to be fun.
So what are they, what is a prize? What kind of awards do they have?
Well, we will award for first, second, and third place, and each of those teams will receive a trophy. The first place winner also gets a larger, bigger trophy, and it will travel from, the grand prize winner will travel from, that trophy will travel from each team each year. And then they will also have a trophy to keep with them. And then all the paddlers, each paddler on the first, second, and third place team will all receive medals as well.
I'm picturing it almost like the Olympics.
Yes, yes. Well, coming right on the heels of the Olympics. And then we also have some fun awards. We'll also be awarding for Best Dressed Drummer. And lots of our teams are getting very creative with that and having lots of fun. So that will provide lots of entertainment as well. And then we'll have an award for Most Team Spirit. And then a lot of the teams are gonna get really creative in decorating their team area that is set up. And so we'll have an award for Best Team Area.
So there would be like 26 like pop-up tents that would be like the team area where they would have their drinks and be able to rest.
Yes, yes. I mean, being an all-day event,
Yes.
they've got to sort of have their home base. And so it'll all be set up down on the riverfront.
This is being used, it seems, as team building for a lot of the businesses. So we don't have boats here. So they come in early, the 22 Dragons?
Yes, the company actually arrives early in the week preceding the 22nd of September, and they bring in the boats, and then we also, each of the weeknights, we have practice sessions with each of the teams because nobody's ever done dragon boat racing here. Actually, I have one team, and it was started by a gentleman that had done dragon boat racing out in Houston, and he loved it so much, so he put together a team.
A local person.
Yes,
Oh,
somebody.
fun.
Yes. So, but really, most people obviously do not have experience in dragon boat racing. So we provide a team practice session, and it'll be one of the weeknights during that week. So,
will you be able to put a schedule or anything out, maybe on your website, so that we can kind of keep up with who the teams are?
Yes.
Maybe will it list who's on the teams?
Probably not, because that's over 550 paddlers. So
wow.
So we probably won't list all the names, but
the teams.
we can list all the teams once we get all that finalized, which will be very soon. We will list all that, and then there will be practice sessions so people can come down during the week as well. It'll be after 5 o'clock, and watch some of these team practices and really get pumped up for the event.
For next year, for having your own team.
Yes. Yeah, we have a lot of teams that were very interested but just really weren't able to put it together this year. So I think the event will be even bigger next year.
Oh, I definitely think so. But once you see this video, but even being a part of it, you're going to have like 500 people out there pushing this and wanting to have more teams and be more competitive.
Yes.
So
we
exciting.
actually have one company that had so much response from their company and employees that they have 2 teams.
Wow.
So it's really taken off, and the community's really embraced it. And
26 teams.
So we have 26 teams first year, and we're really excited about the response. I spoke with somebody up in Cincinnati, much bigger, obviously, and he said that he couldn't believe we had that many teams for our first event. Wow. And so it's very exciting. It's going to be fun.
My mind is spinning with questions about this. Could I do something like that? I mean, people just...
Anybody can, really. They joke around saying, anybody with a heartbeat can do this. So anyway, really, any age can do it. It's anybody. Right. It's not something that requires experience. We even allow children, as long as they're over age 12, to participate. And so it's really nice because companies can get their employees' families involved as well. So.
And this is Saturday, September 22nd.
Yes.
Start at 9 in the morning. It goes to probably, till the end of the day.
It'll go till late afternoon, and we'll take a lunch break.
Right.
But other than that, we'll be on all day.
What is your website?
Our website address is www.riverdiscoverycenter.org.
Okay. Can you put this video on your website?
We actually have a link on our homepage. It's about the Dragon Boat Festival, and there is a link that people can go to
watch this again.
Watch this again if they wanted to see it.
Good.
So,
I'd like to get a link at the Paducah.travel website as well to get the word out on this.
Yes. And then, people, if they want to find out more about it, they can also go on 22 Dragons website. It's 22dragons.com. And they've got, lots more than we do, but they've been in this business for a long time, and it's really great what they do. They travel around with their expertise, showing people how to make successful events, and they're all fundraisers, which is really nice.
I'm sort of picturing like with Barbecue on the River, where people who liked to barbecue came down and they tried being competitive for the first time many years ago now. And since then, some of them have gone where they are on the circuit. Things have really changed around here, how people look at barbecue, and I think they will with this as well. Will we have any traveling teams coming in?
Well, actually, you're right on with that. There are lots of dragon boat teams that travel around the country, and that's what they do. And there's also teams that are also made up of breast cancer survivors. And they're all these women that have made up teams, and they travel around to different festivals to raise breast cancer awareness. We had a call actually from a breast cancer survivor team in Atlanta that was considering coming. So it eventually becomes an event that teams from outside your community want to come and participate in. So it's great because then it has that tourism aspect as well.
Thank you for spearheading this and having the vision to know that Paducah would get behind you. 26 teams the first year, unheard of. It's going to be a really good event.
We're really excited, and we think it's going to be lots of fun and a great way to bring the community together.
Now, if someone who's watching this and it doesn't have a team, but they're getting fired up like I am, and they think they might want to volunteer and help the River Discovery Center, do you have a place for volunteers?
Well, we pretty much have most of those volunteers set up, but if you have an interest in putting together a team, please keep that enthusiasm and contact us, and we'll get you all set up for next year and explain what you need to do. But we've already got lots of interest, but at this point we can't take any more teams this year.
So the riverfront would be closed?
Oh yes, the riverfront will be closed.
So, and I'm just saying this because I know there are people who like to come in, and it is often when there's an event you still can come in on Kentucky Avenue. Do you think they will still be able to do the far Kentucky Avenue?
Yes, we won't close the streets, but the riverfront itself will be closed.
So if someone who likes to go out and fish wants to come in at that far end?
Actually, for that day, it will be closed.
It will, okay, just want to be sure.
Yes.
We need to get the word out there because there are people who are, it's Saturday and that's what they do and they're going to the riverfront. We just want to be clear that the city does have a place to put in on the side of the convention center.
Yes,
down farther.
Yes,
so,
so it'll just be that one day.
With that one,
and then of course after we close off the event, after the event ends, then they can put back in there.
Well, I hope those folks will look at this and say, this is really good for our community, and it's supporting the educational programs at the River Discovery Center, which are amazing. You and EJ have just done so much with that, and the help of your wonderful board to get the word out to the schools.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
We work hard at educating the public about our wonderful river system and how important it is to us and the impact it has.
If you have not been to the River Discovery Center, please do go to the website, check it out, get down there. It is open right now 7 days a week.
Yes, it is. It's 7 days a week.
7 days a week, one of our anchor attractions. Get down there, try the simulator. You can get behind the wheel, and it's just like you're out there on the river, and you can do a towboat, a pleasure craft, and a Coast Guard.
A Coast Guard vessel. Yes.
It's a lot of fun. Watch the video of 24 hours on our river. Unbelievable, the activity that goes on down there. We take it so for granted, except for those folks who love to go down there and really watch it and keep an eye on our river and know how much traffic. It is the I-24 of the rivers.
Yes, there's no question. And that's one of the messages that we really want our visitors to leave with, is how busy our rivers are, how important they are.
They are, and just even recently with having the boats the steamboats back, the American Queen and the Queen of the Mississippi, and getting down there and seeing those huge tows and realizing what a clean industry that is for transporting rather than on the interstate. I mean, I'm shocked by how many semis worth of product are on each one of those barges. And
it is amazing, the statistics and the numbers, but river transportation is one of the most efficient and environmentally safe forms of transporting cargo. So that's really an important message to.
We'll really learn that at the River Discovery Center, as well as how things work and flow there on our rivers and life on the river. It's very much discovering about our culture.
Well, that's what we try to do, and we try to do it in a fun and educational way, and where it's really just a great experience for all ages.
Well, I think it is, and the schools, they're always down there. I see the amount of buses that are coming down there, and the people from the boats, and just the people on your sign-in, they're from all over the country.
Yes, and actually, we get lots of international visitors as well, and it's so interesting to hear, what they can bring from their countries or from other states, and we love the variety of our visitors.
Well, we're about to wind up. I just want it one more time. Saturday, the 22nd of September on the riverfront. You might be surprised, you know, if there are over 500 people rowing, you know somebody who's rowing. So let's get down there and cheer them on. I can't wait to see the list of who they are. And then picking who are you going to cheer for is going to be a whole nother decision.
Yes,
But
yeah.
this
It's
is-
going to be lots of fun, and I hope
Yeah.
we have lots that come out and enjoy the day.
So go to riverdiscoverycenter.org to watch the video, to learn about the teams. But just know we'll see you on the riverfront because we'll be getting fired up this fall. I mean, it starts out, we go from Corvettes to boats to barbecue. I mean, it's just bam, bam, bam on the riverfront.
It's going to be a busy fall.
It sure is. Hope to see you downtown in September. Thank you for joining us.